Can't really get a good shot of these lights. Is it an alien spaceship that is docked right there? I've seen some lights over there before that blink, but they do it in this really weird pattern. This is like about a mile from my house, I guess. And if they go all the way up to that, see behind the tree and over there? No, not the one all the way to the left. You can't really see it from here. What's up, Alexandra? No, it's like right there. It's like, can you see it on top of that house, right? Let's see. You can't quite, right there. See right there on top of the house? It's not on top of the house. It's behind the house, right? And then there's those right there. And this is an area, like that's just a little bit north of my house, which is, that's the middle of, I don't know. Like if you looked at a map, that's towards the lake, but that's nowhere near where the lake would be. There's no way I'd be able to see the lights where the lake is. But it's a really interesting pattern. I'm zoomed in here so you can get an idea. So the size, that's how it looks to me right there. And then on top of that, behind there, yeah. And that, see the light to the left there that's blinking, that's not what I'm talking about. I can see it on top of like behind the house, but you can't quite. Let's see. It's like right at the rooftop, right there and there. And it's like, if you could see there's a weird pattern to the light on the right. Well, anyways, oh man, it's such a, I can smell all of the trees around me. One of them, if they do, I'll let you know. I'm not. I can't. I gotta lean on my balcony here, and I don't want to. I don't want to drop my phone, so I can't. I can't hold it this way. I wish I had my tripod with me. It'd have been a lot easier. But, anyways, I can smell all of the. Let's see. I can smell all the trees, which is a. I mean, New Orleans. You can definitely walk through the neighborhoods and smell things. Oh, look, there's a dog right there. You can. It's a very aromatic city, but right here you wouldn't be able to smell this. It's like I woke up and I could smell like, because I've lived in the country before. I've lived in the forest. I've lived in the country. I've lived in suburbia. I've lived at the beach. I've lived all over the place. And there's certain aromas that you get and sounds you get. And the aroma and the sound is of two places that I'm familiar with, which is not very much. What's up, Shobs? So check it out here. There is, what do we have here? We have a, let's see, there's an old building, a couple towers right there, old building. And there's a ship right there. Well, not a ship, it's so a boat right there. She's always, oh, there is a ship right behind it. See, check it out. That's the first ship that I've seen in a while, and that ship is going north. It's going upriver. So downriver would be to the left, upriver is to the right. So that would be going towards Chicago. That'd be going towards, inland, away from the ocean. Let's see if anything's taken off over here. Nothing. Lights are still there. Nothing is taken off, but Still is strange because of the vicinity, like because of where it is in relationship to my house. Like if you guys understood what I can see from where I am, like I know distances. Like okay, take for instance that statue right there. I know is less than a mile from my house because I can walk there. So it's like that's like 3/4 of a mile. So that thing right there, 3/4 of a mile. Um, See those things in far off in the distance right there? Those, that's about as that's about I don't know because I don't know what that is. I don't know where that came from. I think that's probably like about a mile and a half. Um, let's see what else I see here. That building there that you're looking at right there, that is about 3/4 of a mile to a mile. And see that green on that thing right there? That is about 3/4 of a mile. So I know that those are all about 3/4 of a mile. And those lights there, they can't be farther than 2 miles. But it's interesting because I know everything from here to 5 miles straight from here, and there's nothing. So it's very interesting because I know I've seen lights over there before, but not like that. It's an alien spaceship, and they've docked right there. Because where, if you guys were to look at a map, I live at the if you make a cup, I live at the bottom of the cup, next to the Mississippi, because that's how it works. It makes a all as rivers make a spine, they swim back and forth and make sine and cos waves. Whenever you're inside of that, it's like the bottom of the cup. So that's where I live, and that is towards where are we at here? Where's my finger? Right there. That is towards the north. It's towards the Lake Pontchartrain, and there's Lake Pontchartrain is about 8 miles from here. Probably 8 miles north. So there's no way that's anywhere near Lake Pontchartrain because I wouldn't be able to see that far. That's probably 3 miles, 2 miles from here. And legitimately, there's nothing between. I don't know what it is. It could be something very simple, that I'm just. I haven't been up at 3:30 in the morning, videotaping before, but yeah, here we are. But no sounds. Nothing woke me up other than the fact that I drank some turpentine and I had to take a shit, which was fucking glorious. It cleaned me right out, dude. So good, so good. And yeah, and the smell outside is just fabulous. I think I could pick out plants right now. What can I smell? It's definitely coming from that direction, though. Well, if you guys want to, I'll go inside and have a chat, and I'll talk to you guys about something very funny. Okay, I think it's a hilarious thing. It was based on some of. You know what? I'll do it tomorrow. I don't want to talk about it today. We'll just sit here and stare at all the pretty lights, huh? Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys can still come inside with me for a little bit. Welcome to my abode. Watch out, dog. What you doing? I don't know. I don't have anything. I don't have anything to talk about. Except for I was gonna go back into meditative mode. What are you guys doing? Who's here? What's up, Alexandra? What's up, Instance? What's up, Shobes? How high up are those lights? Well, maybe Hi, puppy. Let's see, I'm like 30 some feet in the air. Uh, and where those seem to be, they seem to be at the top of a bit, like they would be about a building, like a six-story building. So maybe like 60 feet in the air. That's what it looks like. They did. They came from Mardi Gras. They never left. What's up, Andre? Yeah, I can't. I can't. The light pollution is still too much in New Orleans to be able to see the stars. I can see. I can see stars now and then, but um, no, I don't. There's still too much light pollution. Yeah, turpentine's good stuff, man. Yeah, it was funny because I forgot I had it here. I thought it was at a at another place, and somebody yesterday was talking about it, and I was like, "What did I do with my turpentine?" I was like, "Oh, there it is." I was like, "Well, might as well clean myself up a little bit," and it does the job, man. That's for sure. Be careful with that. Make sure you use a little bit of honey, a little bit of sugar, a little, and you can mix it with some. You can mix it with vodka. You can mix it with some grape juice. You can mix it with. But yeah, it's heavy duty stuff. What I realized is it has the aroma and the effects of oregano oil and of tea tree. It has a similar smell, frequency, and an aroma. Yeah, the aroma of it is very similar. You love how I say hilarious? Hilarious. Yeah, a few days ago there was some funny things after I did this fast where I was having clear audio and super intense lucid vision, and I could see green specks in my vision. Yeah, like super green. Like it was just like I was like, where did all these green dots come from? And they were glowing. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's like gasoline mixed with, yeah, I mean, well, turpentine very much has a gasoline type essence to it. Very, but oregano is even stronger than turpentine, but it's so strong you have to mix it. Oregano is not it's not for the faint of heart. Yeah, oregano oil you got to break down with another carrier oil and turpentine. I mean, even turpentine I like to mix with something. Even turpentine I like to mix with alcohol or and you gotta break it down. You gotta put up a little bit of sweetener in there too. Yeah, the ESP amplification was crazy. Like I had to um, because I did like a 3 day kind of like a bender on some alcohol and just liquids, and then I went and straight into a water and juice fast. And for like 2 days, Kundalini was like I couldn't breathe without my body turning into like a vibrating unit. And it was causing clear acoustic to the point where it was kind of bothering me. Whereas like I was, like hearing voices. You know what I mean? Okay, I get it if you can dial it in and tune into certain things, but it was just like it was nonstop to the point where even when I was going to bed, I would wake up in a lucid dream and I wasn't really getting any sleep, so I had to eat and get myself off. Like I was on like super high vibes, and that I could see why people fucking lose their shit. And I've told people about this plenty of times. Like people are like, oh, got high vibes, gotta get that fruit juice fast, and like they become space cadets, man. And I was like hanging out up in the space cadet, laboratory, and when you can't when you're trying to sleep and all you're doing is having out of body OBEs and astral. Oh, look at I could hear you hear that? It's the first one I've heard. Cool. That means we got some product coming in. Good. At least there are some humans left here, I guess. After all, they need goodies. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I had to eat. So I went on a couple days worth of eating to get myself grounded a little bit. It's Andre. Turpentine and alcohol. I like to my mixture always that I enjoyed because of its cleansative properties towards parasites was using a tequila, especially using a mezcal. So turpentine with mezcal and some honey, and then I would even use a drop of oregano oil in there. So it would be turpentine, oregano oil, honey, and yeah, and and some sort of tequila, agave based tequila too. So that was always very cleansative. I've always liked that. And turpentine on its own, you know. What's up? What's up, Finn Sky? We'll do that, Finn Sky. Um, I mean, hey, the it's Andre. You don't have to worry about the oregano oil. That's really just an add on to it. Oregano oil, it's another powerful cleansative thing, but you don't need it. It's just something that I have around that I add. But turpentine and tequila, and make sure you add some honey or some sugar or something like that, a sweetener. In fact, tonight I only drank I poured myself a shot, which is because I'm kind of a maniac like that. You should probably be doing like a teaspoon, you know what I mean, a tablespoon. But because I've used these substances before, I didn't do the whole shot. I mean, I'm not that crazy, or else I would have been definitely. It warms your body up. It'll burn things off. It brings. I mean, if your body is clean, it brings you kind of like a chi, like a warm chi. But if your body's a little dirty, it'll just burn off parasites and shit and kill off things. It'll definitely your ears might get a little red. Your fingers will start to your fingers will you'll feel energy in your fingers, and it'll be warmth. Part of it will be a warmth, but part of it will be energy. Yeah, lemon's a good addition too. Yeah, Andre, go do it, man. Fuck it. What else you got to do? Might as well. Just be near a toilet, dude. You probably like if you've never done it before, and depending on I don't know where you're like what you've been eating or what your general health is right now, but it'll definitely clean out your intestinal tract, and that's definitely what it did for me because I've been eating for the past few days. Um, Turmeric is a good addition too. Turmeric is another good addition, and in fact, turmeric is a good addition if you can get the root and use the juice from it. And if you don't, you can just use the powdered stuff. But that will help to kind of balance it out. Turmeric is generally an anti-inflammatory thing, but that definitely that's a good addition for certain. Ginger or turmeric. How have I been? Good, man. Fucking splendid. Rocking around. Been enjoying this quiet, man. You know, it's like as much as I love New Orleans and all the loud rambunctiousness, it's kind of interesting to hear the city from a well. See, if I lived on the other side of the city, where the college, the universities are, um, there's a couple, there's a Audubon Park, and which it's kind of like the ritzier area. You kind of get the silence every now and then. You kind of get the quietness. But over here where I live, it's a little more yeah, there it is. Uh, there's close to the river. There's the French Quarter's right there. Walmart's right there. You know what I mean? Uh. Oh, Alexandra. Be very careful. Turpentine, you want some of it is remember, just like essential oils, because it is an oil, it is an essential oil. Turpentine is an oil. Some of it is processed through chemicals, and some of it is processed the proper way. So if it's processed through chemicals, the only thing you could ever use that for is maybe on the outside of the body, maybe for like a fungus or something. But there's a certain couple brands that it's properly steam distilled, I believe. One is called Diamond G, and the other one is I forget, but they're quite specific for not for. I mean, I don't think any of them label themselves safe for human consumption, but yeah, there's definitely some that I wouldn't suggest consuming. And how much to mix? If you've never done it before, a tablespoon and some sugar, a tablespoon and like a tablespoon of sugar. I mean, you'll know, I mean, if once you do a tablespoon of it, even if you're just like, even if you just took a tablespoon of it, uh, if you didn't have sugar or whatever, you would know, like, if you could handle anymore. It'll take 10-15 minutes, but you'll notice quite quickly the effects of it. As an instance, what do you mean if I lived where those damn lights are? Um, what would it be like if I lived where those lights are? The ones that I was just showing a minute ago? I don't know. I think we're the part of the city that's in. I'm sure there's a logical explanation that I have just never really paid attention to before, but um, it's I'm trying to think of the neighborhood, and there's nothing there. It's just a normal everyday neighborhood. And I'm just scanning through my brain where that is. It's just like houses. There's nothing there. What's up, reality check? It's Crown brand. Well, if it's Crown, I mean, it doesn't. Oils age pretty well. Some need to be cold pressed and kept in the refrigerator, but that's only few and far between. Turpentine is not one of them. Um, I've never heard of that, but if it's Crown brand, hey, the old Corona, huh? Maybe that's telling you something, huh? Keep out of reach of children. Well, are you a child, Alexandra? Yeah, they tell you it gives you brain damage. Yeah, man. I've known some paint sniffers, and they definitely had brain damage. But I don't think turpentine. It'll clean your brain, if anything. Ugh. School of life, huh? What a place, huh? All right, well, I'll kick it with you guys for like 5 more minutes, then I'm gonna dip off into the Finn. Really, like I've never known anything of it. Like when I said paint sniffer, I had like a fucking like a junky crackhead uncle, like who literally worked in an auto body shop, who was definitely a fucking paint sniffer. Like, but yeah, paint. Like I never liked the smell of gasoline. Like I had friends that liked the smell of gasoline. What's up, say what up, dude? Um, I never liked the smell of gasoline. Never liked all that shit. I was never into the huffing shit. Like, nah, not for me, man. You a gas expert? Okay. Life is nice. Oh, I like when I naturally become tired and yawn because of whenever you're trying to get to sleep and you're just not tired, it doesn't work. But the here, almost there, almost back to nap time. I ingest exactly. You make me want to go do some whippets, man. That's about the only thing that I little natural laughing gas, huh? All right, y'all. See, this is I'm on for the fifth time. Oh shit. Okay, guys. It's it's been a pleasure as per usual. You guys do cool things. Stay weird, and maybe tomorrow I'll do an actual video where I'll say something intelligent on camera. Who knows? Or comedic. Who knows? We'll see. Um, Sleep well. Try to get into the dream world. Meditate, and maybe I'll see you there. Bye, guys.